everybody, welcome to Balls and All, and tonight's show, and today if you're watching it on Saturday, because of course we'll repeat it, is coming to you, starting anyway, from the beautiful foreshore here at South Perth. They're building the new bridge here. I don't know if you've been down to see it, but should make traffic flow a little bit easier. And we've got a lot of stories for you tonight. And as we always say, thanks for watching. So let's get the balls and all rolling. We'll get straight into it. And I'm down here for a reason, because I'm going to be chatting with a fellow named Bernie. And Bernie's the guy who runs these things. He takes you out for a ride in them. Hi, Bernie. How are you?
Not too bad, Moose, and yourself?
Good, good. Now tell us, what is all this about?
Okay, Moose, what we try to promote is a bit of fun on the river. We got...
That's why it's called Fun Tubes.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good point, Moose. Yeah. What we run is we run triple tubes, double tubes and single tubes, which we'll probably show you a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Triple tubes mainly for the kids and birthday parties, that sort of thing, or with mum and dad to come down, one child or two children. They ride in the tubes. It's as safe as houses. It's not very easy to fall out. You can fall out, but that's generally not the plan.
You mainly do it on obviously flat water as much as possible, and they also have quite a big base on them as well, so they're pretty safe, aren't they?
You're very hard to tip over the triple, although we do get some big kids come down and it does happen to fall over every now and again.
I know about the big kids, yeah.
Our double tubes, they're more of the, I suppose, teenager sort of thing, who mainly girls. Like we did a birthday party yesterday, we had 8 of them all go out at once yesterday, so they had a ball on those. And when the water's a little bit rough, we can go for the doubles.
Yeah. Now, when someone comes down, because we're just right next to the bridge, we'll show that in a second, and not far from the windmill, just over here. When they come down, it's like $10 or something to ride, and they get all the safety gear to ride in and all that stuff?
Yeah, we supply all the safety gear. We're basically a commercial operation, so all you have to do is come down. We do bookings for hours or just single rides. Rides start at $10 for an 8-minute ride. And most people have pretty much 8 minutes is long enough for them. And generally what happens, 8 minutes turns into 9, and depends how we go into what we do basically.
And also too, there's a bit of holding on involved. So obviously by the time 8 minutes are up, they're probably quite happy to get off for a little while. And then I imagine after that they'll be pretty keen to get back into it again.
Yeah, most of the times kids like going 2 or 3 times, so we work something out with the price in the end.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Now, tell us a bit about your boat down here. It's got obviously a bit of a powerful motor, because you said that you can actually tow up to 8 of these at a time?
We've towed 11 at this stage, but we've got some more doubles going, and I'd say there will be a 14 very shortly, basically for birthday parties.
So they're all hanging on together, yelling and screaming and having a good fun. What kind of motor do you have driving that?
We've got a 351 Windsor. We've basically built it fairly strong so it can do what we need to do. Yeah. The boat's a fairly good boat for the job that it's doing. It's a Lewis and 19 foot.
Right. And anything pretty funny ever happen with all these? Or is it just basically a daily event thing?
Yeah, every day something happens. We try and do the ride for the people. Like we get some regulars that come down and they like a hell ride. Well, we'll give them a hell ride. But if we get people that come down and want a nice easy ride, we basically ask them before we go what sort of ride you want. And they say, and we say okay, and we try and give them that.
And then up it just a little bit more. Yeah?
It started off nice and easy, and then you can see by the expressions on their face how they're going. And we ask them 3 or 4 times during the ride, hey, do you want a bit more? Do you want a bit less? Or how are we going?
Now, if someone wants to do this, obviously they come down here. They do have Mill Point Road detour. This is right at the end, more or less, of Mill Point Road. So probably come from the south area and get off on Mill Point Road, which is over behind our camera. You come around where they're doing the parasailing, paragliding, whatever it's called. We'll be talking to them in a little while. And then come around here, and you're just located here, so they can just roll up on the day, or is it best to obviously ring, especially if they got a big booking?
Yeah, if they've got a big booking, we're in the yellow pages under outdoor activities and water skiing and that sort of thing. So if they grab the yellow pages, have a look at that. We've got a few vouchers around the place. We're in the Wax magazine, which is probably familiar with you guys. They're just starting up a magazine mainly for backpackers and that sort of thing. Yeah. So we're advertising with those people. And generally a lot of word by mouth is probably our biggest thing. If you give a good ride, people talk about it. We try not to give too many bad rides, but...
As I say, it happens. Now, what's the phone number?
Phone number is 041 999 1120.
Okay, one more time.
041 999 1120. I hope I got that right.
And when you come down here, the flies are free. Okay, we're going to have a bit of a look, see what's going on. Thanks a lot for talking to us, Bernie.
Thank you for coming down.
Well, everybody, as I always say, I believe we live in the best damn city in the world, and what a beautiful day, what a beautiful city, and what a beautiful river, too. We're so lucky to be living right here in Perth, Western Australia, and there's three of the boys out there riding around on the tubes having a lot of fun. There's all kinds of watercraft going on, and thank God summer's here. Now, a couple weeks ago, those of you, a lot of people rang up, obviously not happy what happened. Our program didn't go to air as planned on Monday night. Just want to let you know that they had problems with one of their players, and obviously the show didn't go to air, as you've seen. Thank you for ringing in. We love the fact that obviously you're concerned about the show, and we'll endeavor to get that show repeated because it was a very interesting program. Don't forget, if anything does happen, we are repeated on a Saturday, every Saturday at 4 o'clock. So you can catch up with the stories. So talking about stories, let's move right along. A while back we went to the computer show and have a look at some of the people we had a chat to. Hi everybody, Moose here, and I'm talking to Peter versus Lewis. Hi Peter, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm very well, thank you.
Now here we are at the computer show, and I hope you took time to come down and have a look, especially because there's so much great stuff here, and a lot of people showing you their wares and a lot of specials too. Peter, you're the manager here. Tell us a bit about what goes into putting a big display like this together.
Well, principally a lot of hard work, as you can imagine, putting it all together. We've got a number of attractions here which are going to come on stream very late. Things like PlayStation 2, which is here, and of course coordinating the appearance of PlayStation 2 with a show like this is tough. You know, you've got to coordinate that with the release date of the with the machine. We've got a lot of computer games here. We've got the thing called the Game Stick, which is specifically to demonstrate a lot of computer games. And again, the trick is to make sure that what's there is the latest. And in an industry like this, it's moving as fast as it is. If you're not careful, you've actually got an out-of-date product. So for us, the challenge has been how to keep it up to date as we open.
Because obviously everybody out there wears the glasses with a Band-Aid and the pencils in the pocket. There's a lot of people, computer nerds out there, I'm one of them, and always up to date with the internet and all that. So how do they, obviously if you weren't up to date, then they roll up here and you don't have a lot of the stuff that they're looking for. It makes you look bad as well.
Yeah, and they don't mind telling you too. So we get instant customer feedback here. That's right. That's what shows are all about, of course. Instant feedback, yes.
And everyone's pretty good so far?
It's been good, yeah. We've had a great response from everyone. People have, certainly over the weekend, we had big crowds. And we had a completely broad spectrum of attendees. We had everything from grandfathers with their grandkids to parents that were happy to leave the kids in the games deck and then wander around and look at the other gear. So no, it's been a great 4 days, or 3 days at this stage.
Yeah, just pointing out too why there's not a giant crowd. We're here on a late Monday afternoon too, so we tried to avoid the big crowd because it does get really hectic here, doesn't it, on the weekend?
Well, even this morning, opening times, they were queued all the way right back through to there. So no, we've had a big crowd.
Fantastic. Now, when are we looking at doing this again next year? Have you got a date? Do you already set a date?
Yes, we already set the date. It'll be basically exactly the same time as this weekend. So that makes it I think actually the 16th is our opening day for next year, 16th of November, and we'll do it here again.
Fantastic. So everyone put that on your calendar for next year and come down and have a look at the computer show because they have some marvelous specials as we're going to wander around a little bit and show you about. Thanks, Peter, for having a chat with us.
Thanks for your time. Great. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm here at Oztech Computers and I'm talking to Steve. Hi, Steve. How are you? Now, good, mate. Good. Now, I'm just walking by and I'm seeing something here. Can you explain what this black box is?
Okay, this is our new ADI projection unit. What we use this for is our corporate clients. They actually use it to project PowerPoint presentations onto walls or onto a white screen, basically so they can show it to their clientele.
So it's full colour?
Full colour. It is just like going to the picture theatres. You can actually hook a DVD player directly into it and watch your DVDs. We've actually found it to be, for the home guys for their theatres, they've been really wrapped in it. You can spend $4,000 or $5,000 on basically a rear projection TV, and the clarity is nowhere near the same as what you're actually going to get from an ADI projection unit. They sort of like run 1,000 lumen lamps inside them, so it's actually crisp and clear, and they've got automatic zooms, full remote controls, and they usually take about 3 to 4 minutes to set up. So you can't go wrong, yeah.
And kind of cost or something like this?
Well, the cost at the moment, you're looking around the $7,500 mark. but there actually is going to be 2 new models in January. One will be slightly cheaper, more for a home market, where we'll have a more expensive one for more of the corporate guys. But at the moment, in a home theatre, it is very affordable. We usually compare this with some of the other products, usually around $10,000 mark. This one is only new, and hence why it is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, of course, everything when it first comes out, especially in the computer industry, as soon as it comes out, like we see the plasma screens and all that kind of stuff, when they're out there, everyone talks in thousands. In a matter of years, they'll be talking in matters of hundreds.
That's
really.
right, yeah. It will just take a couple of years for them to start coming down in price. We'll actually see probably by June next year a lot of units for around $4,500. Yeah, and then after that it'll just become cheaper as more people buy. Yeah.
And nothing special to project it upon?
No, anything we'll actually do. You can do it onto a white wall. We've even done it onto a yellow wall, and it's worked perfectly fine.
Fantastic. Thanks for chatting with us, Steve. All the best. And we're now at the Retrovision stand, as you just seen, and I'm talking to Peter Atkinson. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
We just came up and just put him straight on the spot, didn't we?
Thanks very much.
No worries, mate. Now tell us, obviously you've just been voted the most popular stand. A lot of it's got to be to do with this machine here behind us, and we're not talking about the television, although that is fantastic. Wouldn't mind putting one of those in my lounge. We're talking about the PlayStation 2, probably the most anticipated and awaited computer game or computer console. How's that going?
Put it this way, if I had 150 of them here this weekend, I would have sold every last one of them, but unfortunately, on release, which is due in end of this month, they're going to be very limited. So unless you've probably got an order in for Christmas, you're probably not going to get one.
So keep that in mind, anyone who's been waiting for it, because tell us a little bit about the PlayStation, because it's got a lot of added features rather than just a console, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does have, and probably one of the biggest features is that it now has a DVD in it, which is the digital video disc, which allows you to play all your movies and all that sort of gear. About the end of the first quarter next year, it'll have the ability to go onto the internet. And
is it a separate box?
That'll be a separate add-on, so you can purchase that, and then from there they'll get hard drives and make it almost a fully functional computer.
Fantastic, and of course it's designed for anybody who just wants a computer game console. That's what it's all about, and the graphics are supposed to be superb, as we can see behind us here.
Yeah, the kids have been playing it all weekend. It's a bit of an addiction. You have to throw them out every now and again, or else I'll sit all day.
You just put a timer there. I was told you had Red Simons here. Was he throwing a few of them off now and then?
No, he was just up there spinning the wheel and giving some stuff away for us.
That's good. That's good. Now tell us, obviously they're going to have some top prices when they come out. What kind of money are they looking at if someone wants to get the basic setup?
You're looking at about $749.
Yeah.
And then you start adding your games and your memory cards and extra controllers and all that sort of gear on top of that.
That's not bad, really. I mean, I remember like 10 or so years ago, maybe more than that, I bought the old Amiga 500, and I think that cost me like about $1,200 or $1,300 back then, and it was obviously doesn't compare to this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they used to go for, but yeah, it's up there. But when you look at the cost of a DVD player and you're getting that in it, it's good value.
Let's chat with some of these guys here, okay? How you going, mate? What's your name?
Michael.
Michael, and your name?
I'm Jacob.
Now tell us a little bit about, what do you think about the PlayStation 2?
That's the best console ever.
Really?
The graphics is excellent, yeah.
And have you played other ones, so you know to compare them?
Yeah, it's much better in Dreamcast and stuff.
And you reckon it's a bit addictive or what?
Yeah.
So obviously Christmas time, you're looking at one of these?
Yeah, he's getting one in 1 week. Yeah, on launch day. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having a chat with us. So there it is. That's the PlayStation. Obviously, you don't get the television and the stereo and all that to go along with it. Although I would pay $700 to take that TV and that stereo and that console home with me, but I don't think they're going to let me do it. Thanks to everybody there. And we got a couple more stories we'll be playing over the next few weeks about some of the people we spoke to and some of the products they had. And we even spoke to Red Simons from Hey Hey It's Saturday. Skyhooks, those of you who've been around like me know him from the old days of the Skyhooks. And well, we're here at the foreshore, as we say. We're going to now cross over. We're going to catch up with some people doing a little bit of parasailing or paragliding. They'll correct me, and we're going to have a look. And first of all, we're going to be taking a break.
Welcome back to Balls and All, everybody. I'm down here at the South Perth Parasailing with Craig. How you going? Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. A lovely day. Now, this would have to be one of the best summer sports that anyone could get into, don't you think? Parasailing, bit of jet skiing?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty relaxing. Everybody goes up and shoot, has a good time, and we try and make it as enjoyable as possible.
Now, what about weather conditions?
Anything like 15 to 20 knots, if anybody knows anything about winds and stuff, that's probably about the maximum we can do. But usually it's not too bad. If it's too windy, we just say sorry, come back another day. But we try and get as many people as done as we can.
I know you're down here almost every weekend, are you?
Every weekend, and after Chrissy, we'll be down here 7 days a week. We'll get here probably 8:30, 9:45ish, and we'll go when everybody's finished.
Okay, so there's no excuse not to come down and try it then.
That's right.
How many people we got out there at the moment on the boat?
There's about 8 people on the boat at the moment. 3 of them are going up. You can take someone out to take your photos or just encourage you or whatever. But
Pushed you into it?
I was dunking in the water.
Actually, I've noticed a few people getting dunked in the water. I wonder what they're thinking about that.
No, some of them were like, oh no, I'm not going to get dunked. And then whoever's on the boat said, go on, put them in the water.
Okay, so be careful who sends you out there to do it. So there's other water activities happening here, the jet skis. Now people just bring them along themselves, I guess.
Yeah, they're all private. Seems to be a fair crew of them down here on the weekends, but they just do their little thing and we try and stay out of the way and they stay out of ours.
Excellent, heaps of fun. Okay, well thanks very much for chatting to us. Now we'll just watch those people out there daring to do their stuff. And after we go and watch what's going on and I get myself together here, we're going to go to a story Moose did speaking to Men of the Trees.
Hi everybody, it's Moose here, and we're at the Have a Go Day that we mentioned on last week's show. If you remember, we did an interview, and we'll catch up with Dennis a little later on. And today I'm talking to Barry from Men of the Trees. Hi Barry, how are you?
Hi Moose. Hi Moose, it's great to be here.
Now, Men of the Trees, tell us, what is Men of the Trees? Because not just men, it's men and women and everybody, but what's it all about?
It's men, women and families. What's it all about? Well, we grow trees to save the land from going to salt. I mean, that is the problem that we've got in our wheat belt. Salt crust coming up like that and killing everything off. Now, the one way we can fix that problem is to grow trees, because the trees take the water down into the soil, and as the water goes down, the salt goes down with it, and the whole land comes back into production again. So that's the important thing. And this year, we did 700,000 trees, so it's not a bad effort for a small voluntary group.
Fantastic. And are the government behind you helping you out with all this?
Oh, look, they're behind us with good wishes, but not much money, I'm afraid.
Right. Unfortunately, we see a lot of talk sometimes and we don't see a lot of action, other than people like you who just get out and say, well, bugger it, let's go and do it.
You're quite right, yeah. I don't know about the bugger it, but yes, we do go and do it. We just get out there, we go and collect seed so we're putting in native trees, we're putting in the right trees for the right site, we go and prepare the land properly, we go and plant them in the right place, so that they really do take that water table down. And it's very, very important that we do that, because we're losing land at 11.4 hectares every single hour. That's like losing the whole of Burswood here in 1 hour.
And of course, this is what's happening because many of us tend to keep forgetting that we're basically an island. It wasn't too long ago, maybe we were under the sea, and all the salt's coming back.
That's right. Actually, the salt today is mostly coming in on the rain, but over millions of years, of course, it adds up to a great deal of salt. And the trouble with Western Australia, it's flat. It doesn't drain, and so that salt sticks there in the country. It doesn't drain back to the sea, and the water evaporates and crystallises the salt. So that leaves us with a very dry, very salty interior. And it's a big management problem. But we can manage it. We can fix the problem. And with Men of the Trees, you've got a voluntary group who actually do face that problem and get out there and do something about it.
Now, speaking of volunteers, because I know I came down quite a few years ago and helped you cart some stuff around, you're looking for anybody and everybody who just wants to get involved and have a go, as the day's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's take it from the very young. We have families who join us to go for the Farm Tree Help Scheme. We link that family in the city with a farming family in the country who've got a problem. And the farmer in the country says what kind of trees he wants. The one in the city, we provide them the right seed, the potting mix, fertilizer, the pots, everything to grow beautiful trees. That's right, just like these. Beautiful little seedlings like this, as healthy as you could please. And then when the winter comes, the city family take those out into the country and plant them on the land.
For a nice weekend away type.
Oh, marvellous, yeah. So that involves, mum and dad and the kids as well. And the point is that they get a great thrill because they're meeting people in the country that they've probably never known before. So they're building a new friendship, and that really helps people in the country to get to know people in the city. So that's a great thing.
Great thing. Now tell us, you out there, you might say, never knew about it or I'd like to have a go. What's the phone number they can ring if they want to give you a call?
The best central phone number to call is 9250-1888. 9250-1888. And if you forget that number, you'll find us in the phone book. Big bold entry in there.
Men of the Tree.
Men of the Tree.
All right, thanks very much for chatting with us, Barry.
Thanks, Moose.
And give them a call and go and have a bit of fun. Good for families and anybody can have a go.
Thanks for that one, Moose. Now that seems like a really good thing to get involved in. Go plant a tree, take your family along, excellent activity. Now I'm still down here watching the parasailing, but Justin's trying out another sort of flying, so let's go and see what he's doing.
All right, thanks Debbie. Great to be down here. I've just been on a helicopter flight, and Joe, just set this up for me. And Joe, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Work for Helicopter Joy Flights. We just did a beautiful tour around Perth. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, we have a variety of flights. Justin, we took you around the city, $40 per person. Do you think that's good value?
That's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, from what I saw today, we had the march on today, so it was fantastic. We had a ball. And the cricket, saw the big screen TV, so we had to stop there and have a look.
We also do flights down the river to Fremantle and up along the beaches, have a variety of flights. As well, we can take people out to the Swan Valley and down to Margaret River for the day.
River, so you've got room for the surfboards on the back?
Yeah, either in this helicopter, that's better for the shorter trips, but we also have a jet ranger that we use for a lot of ministerial and government work, so something to cater to all needs.
That's it, so you've got the equipment for every need. That's fantastic. And basically, how long does it take? How long are the flights? They change?
The city, it's 5 or 6 minutes. Fremantle, we can do a flight for 15 minutes or a half-hour flight up the beaches.
All right.
as well, we have an aerial safari, an hour-long aerial safari, which is quite good, yeah.
That'd be fantastic. How do they get in contact with you if they're interested in coming down? And do they have to book? And what's the...
It's getting advisable. We are quite busy, but they can ring us anytime at 9414 1000 or find us on the web and email us.
Yep. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, do you get many people just rocking up? So, I mean, if people are just walking past, because I mean, the amount of people we've seen coming past here today is just phenomenal. I don't know whether you guys get out and ride past quite often, but I've been past here many a times. And if they just, oh, you're busy working, obviously, yeah. But if they rock up, chances are they might get a go?
Love to see them. Yep.
Thanks, Joe, for the little fly that we just did. That was fantastic. The doors are non-existent. I'm just hanging on, so. But I had a ball. And you did optional extra, is it? All right, thanks for that. While I calm myself down, we're going to go to a break and we'll catch up with you soon.
Hello, we're not live, we're just here. I'm breathing and everybody here is, and we're having some fun. Now, before we say that, we want to say thank you to Justin because he survived one of the helicopter rides, and good on you, Justin. Your check's in the mail. Now, everybody, let's get in a big scrum. You ready? Yeah. All right, we're ready now. We're ready to talk now. Now, yeah, that was good. All right, we didn't say drop the axes. No full Monty here today. Now, anyway, your name is?
Damien.
And
Chris. Matt. John.
Lorraine.
Okay, now, you guys are just hanging out, walking around, or what are you guys here for today?
No, we've just come back from the Walk for Reconciliation, yep, up at Supreme Court Gardens. Yeah,
Okay, and
cool.
how did that go and how many people were there?
Oh, it was massive. They say more than 3 people, we reckon. Okay. That was me counting, but they're saying about 40,000 people maybe. It was awesome.
Excellent. Awesome. So, good speakers?
Well, we didn't have too many speakers, but we had a good band behind us, got us rocking along the road, so it was good.
Okay, so you did the moonwalk and all that? Okay, and how did you enjoy it?
It was good. I like the exercise, and I mean, I don't know much about all the issues, but I'm here for the support.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. And yourself, how'd you go? That's a nice 10 o'clock shadow you got there?
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't have to try hard for that. No, but it's wonderful. I mean, as the sticker says, you know, it's up to us. So everyone, like most of Perth was, well, I like to think was behind it, even if they weren't marching. You know, to help, to say sorry. Yeah.
Excellent. I think that's a brilliant point, and that's something that I was just glad to see that with a turnout of, like you said, about 40,000 people, because that is a very important topic here in Perth and all over Australia. So, and your name is, and we're gonna get to you last because we know you're getting ready to snatch the mic. Do you see her hand? Look at it.
Actually, can I snatch Thanks, Jazz. No, the Reconciliation March was absolutely wonderful. Walking up to it, I think a lot of people were crying just to see there were so many people that wanted to say we want to be a part of this, that they felt that for too long there's been too many side issues, people right, left, blaming each other, and we just want to say we're one together. Yo,
Thank you. She did that very well. You know why she's good behind the camera? She's also a relative of Moose. Yeah, you could tell. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at the emotion. Can you feel it? It's like Elliot Goblet, that comedian. Can you feel it? Can you feel the wind between my hair? But you know what else we're going to do? We've got somebody else that's been trying to hide out. Let's switch the camera. Follow us. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And your name is?
Maria.
Maria, the camera's over there.
Hi.
You can feel the emotion. Now, don't think you got away from us, Maria, because guess what? We are the embarrassing party. That's what we do. Now, Maria, what's your favorite hobbies? That much?
Walking.
Walking is good. What type of music do you like?
Dance music.
Okay. Now, who's your favorite artist besides Wayne Simmons?
I don't have anyone specific.
Okay. Okay. Now, when you have eyes in your head, right? Isn't it important for people to see them? Ah, I got you. Okay. Well, Maria, do have a nice day, and I hope I haven't embarrassed you that much, but this is going to be seen by thousands of people. Thousands.
Cut it.
No, we're not. This is balls and all. We don't cut anything. We want to thank you, everybody, for coming out. Now let's get back in the big scrum here. Come on. Balls and all. Yeah. All right, now we're going to go do a story on the Centenary. Moose did the story, so we didn't do it. But Moose did the story on the Centenary, and we're also going to speak to, because Moose is going to speak to, Richard Court.
Australia as a nation has a lot to be proud of. In 100 years we've established ourselves as one of the great democracies, true democracies, in the world. And on the 1st of January next year we will be celebrating 100 years, the centenary of federation in this country. Once again the Perth Mint has excelled itself. The coins that have been designed and developed are quite unique and are going to be, I believe, an important contribution to those celebrations. Similarly, on the 1st of January there's going to be a recreation of the parade, the celebrations that were held 100 years ago when all of the states came together, and Western Australia, along with 12 of our youth envoys, will be a part of those celebrations.
Premier, what do you think of the design of the float?
It's fine. It's very Western Australian and sort of outlines all the different elements of our state, our resources, our cultural diversity, and no, I think it's well done.
Hi everybody, Moose here for Balls and All, as you know, and we're outside the Mint. We've just spoke to Richard Court about the new coins commemorating the centenary, but we're really here to talk to a couple people standing to my right, Lance and Simon Barrett, and they're the people from Barrett's Designs who actually designed the float, which is going to be on behalf of Western Australia, paraded through Sydney. Hello Lance, how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Welcome
Thanks
to the show.
Thank you.
And Simon?
How you going?
Now tell us a little bit about the float. First of all, it was one of those things you had to really sit down and put a few plans in.
Well, Claire Turpin actually designed it. She's a designer that does work for us. We constructed the float as you see it here. It was had to be built to specifications. It's 10 metres long, 3.5 wide, as all the floats in the from other states will be the same size.
Obviously to fit inside a container.
No, well, when it's dismantled, yeah, the base section, the chassis plus turntables will fit in a container. The rest of it will be dismantled and packed down on top. It'll be transported to Sydney, 40 kilometres out of Sydney, where it'll be assembled at one of the old disused motor factories there, and it'll be road tested around that area to satisfy the police over there. But it does have 6 wheels on it. It's got electric breakaway brakes, so that if it did become detached from the tow motor, they will be towed by tow motors over there.
It's something they get so involved, isn't it? Because I mean, it's moving probably 5 kilometres an hour or something, and they want all that.
To have all these safety things on it. It does have 2 generators. One is a backup generator in case one goes down. We've got 6 wheels. It wouldn't matter if we got 2 flat tyres, we could still keep going, because there's been a lot of money and a lot of effort put into it. You wouldn't want to have it stop on the day.
No, for sure.
or during the parade. The parade goes for 1.5 hours.
Especially for Western Australia. If the others all go down, we don't really care.
Yeah, we've got some more fine tuning to do on it, change of colours here and there, and then we'll be fairly well pleased with it, I'd say.
And of course today's the big launch, and you actually only got it together at 10 o'clock last night, is that correct?
Right.
Yeah, that's right, we're up against it. We eventually got it there.
Yeah, a long day yesterday, and we put a lot of hours into it, but it's, I think on the day in Sydney on January 1, it's going to look pretty good.
Now the idea, we've seen the Premier, of course, Mr. Court, and 4 different people all standing here on as they arrived. What's the plan for in Sydney? Who's going to be actually on the float?
Children dressed up, and as you saw the band this morning marching along in front, they'll be accompanying the float with some pretty nice looking costumes on. So it's going to be, and of course we've got a pretty good hi-fi set up here, so we'll have plenty of noise, yeah.
Bit of AC/DC or something from Western Australia, a bit of INXS and whatever?
Yeah. Well, we're not choosing the music, so we've got to wait and see what that's going to be.
That's my suggestion anyway. Now, Simon, what's been your involvement here?
Basically, I'm the manager of the company. Obviously, I'm a 3rd generation Barrett, and the company's been around 46 odd years. So basically, I oversee the running of the company. But
will you actually be going with it?
Not really. The float basically is a contract that Lance has obviously helped with the manufacturing side of it, and our production manager Adam Thew deals with obviously the production and the manufacture of it as well, and obviously key designers like Claire Turpin and our own design stuff in-house. They basically deal with the whole concept.
I find it fantastic in as much as it seems to be, it looks like a simple design, and yet it's very effective. I like the wind sails. I don't like the flies though. I like the wind sails and just the whole concept of it, and of course something that means a lot to me coming from another country originally. I always remember about the Golden West and how Australia comes on the back of the sheet, and that's very prominent there.
That's right.
Yeah, well, we're just trying to depict things in history and our achievements, and give a good clean cut image and try to look successful.
Fantastic. Well, on behalf of Western Australia, congratulations to Barrett's Designs there, and obviously if you'd like a float made, maybe you want one in your backyard for New Year's or whatever, get in touch with Barrett's, and they'll design floats. But you guys do all kinds of stuff, displays, everything.
Lots of exhibitions. Just 2 weeks ago we sent a display to Yokohama in Japan. 2 of our fellas went up there to put it together. So yeah, we're all over the place now.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much, Simon. Thank you, Lance.
Thanks very much.
And let's hope we get a bit of footage when this all walks through Sydney.
Thanks for doing that story for us, Moose. Now I'm here in a little buggy down on the Perth foreshore, just near Riverside Drive with G. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. You had a busy day?
Well, today it was a walk, a reconciliation walk, so we were quite busy with selling the drinks instead of like just hiring out our stuff like the bikes and pedal cars which we do here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've actually been all around the city today, and there's no way you can go board on a weekend because we've been parasailing. We've had a look at the little biscuit rides, helicopter rides. Now, what have you got to offer here?
Well, we have got different sorts of bikes here. Like a lot of people like to hire bikes and go around for exercise around the river. Well, we have all kinds of bikes here, like bike with gears and bike with automatic gears. We got pedal cars for family fun, and we got kayaks as well because it's summertime and a lot of people like to enjoy water instead.
Okay, I've noticed the electric bike here. What's the deal with that?
Well, electric bike, it's usually, it's for kind of old people,
I was going to say, I'll take that with a ride.
who still want to have fun going around the river, but we have got option as well for them, because sometimes it becomes really hard to go around for them, because you have to, that's right, so they can take the electric bike and it's really fun, yeah.
Excellent. So you got the bikes, also the boat and the kayaks. A nice little pink one there that I might like to take out. But anyway.
It's fun, yeah. You should.
Fun.
Yeah, sometime come over.
Okay. Now, does it really cost that much?
No, it's not actually. It's just standard price. Like the bikes we have here for around $7 an hour, and if you go longer, less you pay. And we have got weekly rates available, monthly rates available if you're interested. We really get lots and lots of tourists around here as well. Yeah, it's fun actually. It's good.
Heaps of fun to be had. Anyway, we're going to go for a little drive. Thanks for speaking with me.
All right.
And just remember, we're just down here on the Perth foreshore. Let's go, hey?
All right, I'll take you around.
Hello, everybody. We're coming back from what is called a break, and I just want to let everybody know that fear not, Elvis fans. He's not dead. He's living in my basement. Now, we want to speak to some people that were just walking by, and I can tell that they're musos. You know how I can tell? Because those sunnies look like something out of a Lenny Kravitz video. So let me speak to everybody. Your name is?
Brenda.
And Brenda, you sing, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And could you tell us a little bit about your background in music?
I've been singing in bands for the last 5 years, and now I'm doing some recording at home.
Okay, then. See there? Looking after. And your name is Danny Passionfruit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, then. And so are you guys just hanging out today or what?
Yeah, just here for the reconciliation.
Okay.
Of course.
Now, where'd you get those sunnies? I got to know.
East Village, New York.
Every time I see those sunnies, I just want to say, I just want to get away. All right. And your name is?
Mason.
Mason. Okay. Now, Mason, you're hanging out with these guys. How do you know them?
I met them in Perth right now.
Okay. And what country are you from?
Morocco.
Which one? Which country? Morocco. Oh, I almost said that. Cool. Now, what's the language they speak over there?
Arabic and French.
Okay. Now, how can you say I look cute in French?
Sorry?
How do you say I look cute in French?
I look cute.
I look cute.
Zwin.
Okay. See, that's good. That's a good thing about those languages, right? You could say I'm going to the toilet and it still sounds sweet. Now, Danny, what's next up for you? I mean, I know you were involved in music and you're doing a bit of sport now. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm just hooking up with some DJs this coming week and seeing what we can make out of that.
Okay.
And then just looking for musicians and jamming with different people to get the right combination that's really kicking,
All right, then. Well, we better give y'all a plug. Now, if somebody wants to get involved with you as far as musicianship goes, get in there, Brenda. If somebody wants to get involved with you, is there a number that they can call?
Yeah, I'm in the WAM database, so they can contact me through that.
Okay. Well, whammo. Well, we just want to thank everybody, and we hope y'all have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Before you go, I just want to point out something. I must really be out of stock, because look, he's got an armband, and he's got an armband. See that? And what I want to know is, why is he wearing a watch as well? He's got everything happening here. Justin, we're talking about upcoming stories. We only brought the one mic today.
Yeah, thanks, Moose. Couple of weeks ago, we did a fishing story, deep sea fishing, which Kevin from Extreme Charters teed up for us, and mate, what a day! And some big fish caught. I'm talking like, I didn't actually catch them myself. But we had a top day, and like he's actually planning on giving away a few spots on his boat off the show, so that should be a great day. And just catch it next week.
And Action Man, what's happening?
Okay, on the 15th is the hippies' 12th birthday.
Woohoo!
And We have lots of hippie passes. If you want some, just get in contact and we'll give you plenty, as many as you want.
Yeah, send in a self-addressed stamped envelope, very important, and tell us how many you want. Be there on the 15th anyway. It's going to be a huge birthday party. Lots of prizes giving away, and there might even be one or two of the Bulls and Oil gang there, because we have been known to be seen hiding in corners there. Wayne, what's happening?
Well, basically, I just want to say thank you to the guys at Wesley and Bankshire Hill. And what's happening, I don't know, but I'm going to hand the mic to Debbie.
Thank you very much, Wayne. This is where it belongs. Anyway, something very special happened yesterday, 10th of December. Does anybody know what it was?
Bozo the Clown got a new hat.
It was Moose's birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday, Moose, from all of us.
Thanks very much, and we had a pretty good time down there. And you wouldn't believe this, but I'm 21 again. It happens 2 or 3 times in a lifetime. Yeah, don't forget, get those self-addressed stamped envelopes sent to us. If you want to go down the Hippie, we'll try to get them out to you before the 15th. If not, go there anyway. It's a great place, great rock and roll music. What are you doing here? And thanks to everyone at the Jarrah Junction. They still get 10% discount too.
Still get 10%, so come on down. It was a fantastic day, so come down and show your support. It was great prizes given away, and it's all good fun. And what about those hippie passes, young man?
I have many from
Do you have many?
Give it back. Don't forget, this weekend too is the Gridiron West Finals. We'll be down there, and that'll be played on the Wednesday following. So make sure you watch. I think that's the 20th or something like that. So get down and watch the Gridiron West Finals. It's going to be a great game. Some teams are really fighting for it. And it's at Ashfield Oval, just off Guilford Road. Make sure you go down and have a look. And then those of you who got to play next year, get in touch with us and we'll put you onto one of the teams. Well, everyone, every Monday night, we're about ready to take off again, the chopper. Every Monday night here on Access 31 is the show name, Balls and All. And we'll catch you next week.